Good morning. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 6, verses 39 to 42. Jesus told a parable to his disciples. Can one blind man guide another? Surely both will fall into a pit. The disciple is not superior to his teacher. The fully trained disciple will always be like his teacher. Why do you observe the splinter in your brother's eye and never notice the plank in your own? How can you say to your brother, "Brother, let me take out that splinter that is in your eye," when you cannot see the plank in your own? Hypocrite, take the plank out of your own eye first, and then you will see clearly enough to take out the splinter that is in your brother's eye. The Gospel of the Lord. This morning, I heard Brené Brown's podcast, and she was today speaking to, in her podcast, she was speaking to this guy by the name of Michael Bungay Stanier. Michael Bungay Stanier, I think his name was. With the topic, the advice trap. And what I got out of this podcast was that when people ask you for advice, it is very easy for us to take the moral high ground and give them, preach down to them. Now that does two things. One, it gives you the superiority feeling, and two, it makes the other person feel inferior, and this doesn't do good for either. The antidote, the remedy for that, is to ask questions, pertinent questions, like what kind of challenges is this putting up to you? What do you want? How can I support you? How can I give you the support? He gives almost 7 different questions you can ask this person, and by asking this question, there is clarity that you provide to this person to answer the questions yourself. Now, the reason why we cannot give advice is because no advice that we can give will be able to solve the situation that the person is in, because each one of us comes with different scenarios, different situations, different backgrounds. No two situations is the same. No two situations are the same, and we should never ever advise, because we have no moral. We are not. Most of us don't have the capacity, don't have the knowledge, don't have the experience to be able to advise, because each situation is different. So what we should do is ask the correct questions, and he gives Michael Bungay Stanier, if you can go to his website or his Facebook, I can't remember what it was, something about chalk crayons, colored chalk or something like that. Ask the right questions, learn to ask the right questions, and let the person find out the answer for themselves. Now, this is back to Jesus' gospel, where he talks about, do not, as a blind, we're all blind in some way, or half-sighted, because we don't know a lot and we think we know, and that's a problem, because we all think we know a lot, but we don't know a lot. So that gives us less authority to advise somebody else. So Jesus says, as a blind man, don't say to the other person, "Let me take the splinter off your eye," when you yourself had a log in your eye. So remember, we don't have the moral high ground to advise somebody else. To be a good coach, to really help them, ask the right questions. That's my thought for today. Have a good day.